Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies does make some questionable updates, but I have a question for you. Should Call of Duty consider speedrunners when updating? Hey folks, it's your host, best gamer in the world, and now it's something that needs to be said. In Terminus, there's a glitch where you can skip the lockdown step, and or Liberty Falls, you can skip the duplication with the cores. Now what's interesting is the fact that people kinda had an issue with it, like this fella here, Mr. Raffle Waffles. Look, it's still a glitch, and I don't even think that was a questionable update, and it leads to my questions. Should updates consider speedrunners? And to me personally, it's a no. Milo was talking about how only a small amount of people will do the glitch. But no, folks, I don't know about you. Liberty Falls, they were duplicating that step with the cores like no tomorrow. If they can skip the lockdown, then they would. I don't know why he's so shocked by this because, you know, that's a glitch. It baffles me because so many people are upset with Treyarch over some silly stuff like this. Some are legitimate, like they should deal with the hackers, they should deal with glitches in ranked mode, but god oh god, it comes entitlement that they should not patch something because that makes you skip an important step in the game. I truly think speedrunners are a small community, and I know I offend some people here, I know. I'm sorry, man, I'm the best gamer of all time, but this needs to be said. But that's the thing, you have to understand that you are in a small group of people, and the game isn't really built around for you. There is a lot of hate for Call of Duty, some saying it's the worst Call of Duty game ever. Some say it's the worst game they have ever played. Sometimes that is just too far. But what's interesting is that YouTube Analytics tells me what I should be posting. You know what it tells me, folks? It's hate for Call of Duty. Trouble for Call of Duty. So I said this before, hate is more trending than sending anything positive. I think Call of Duty needs to work on things, yes, but I don't think it's the worst Call of Duty I've ever played. People compared it to freaking Vanguard, just wow. So basically, that's only just my thoughts on the speedrunning, but let's actually talk about why Black Ops 6 is actually failing. Let's talk about it. What could it be? Well, don't worry, folks, I got the answers for you. Let's actually get into it. Why Call of Duty is dying. I'll break down the Battle Pass and how a bunch of YouTubers are leaving Call of Duty. I'll break down the events, the cosmetics, and so much more. So let's talk about it. The Battle Pass is one of the few things that I do talk about very much. I see how Call of Duty is charging $30 for the Battle Pass, which is the most money spent on a Battle Pass. There's somehow a basic version and a premium version of the Battle Pass, which the premium doesn't make you keep the pass even though you put that much money down. But someone made a very good point on Battle Passes. Since all the rest of the content is free, then it's fine, but that is wrong. Let's take a look at Black Ops 6 for example. When the Tomb map was released, it was a very mid map, but if you look at the Battle Pass and the cosmetics in the game, you start to feel like they put more effort into that than the Zombies map. I made a video about my review on the map, and I talk a bit about it because in general it seems like a custom Black Ops 3 map than a map that was made by 1,000 people. Now let's keep examining Black Ops 6. We had events like Squid Game with its own cosmetics, like calling cards and blades and all that, which is the problem Battle Passes has, which is a bunch of filler content. The events have a bunch of filler content, which is killing Call of Duty. Let's be honest here, weapon camos isn't really worth anything anymore. It feels kind of useless because there's a Battle Pass that has a much cooler looking weapon than the camos you were trying to grind for, which kind of defeats the purpose of the camo, because someone bought a much cooler weapon and the camo just doesn't go well together. Personally, I think the master camos in Black Ops 6 is just okay, but that is just my opinion. But yes, content seems to be a letdown because I feel like most of the team is creating cosmetics more than fixing their own game. So in a way, Battle Passes are indeed making the game worse, and also each time a new content does drop, it feels very mid with the Call of Duty franchise. This in return has made YouTubers left the game and players in general left the game because of the lack of content. Let's be honest here, there isn't much to grind for, so when it comes down to Battle Passes, it'll be great to get rid of that filler content, because with your essentially simply doing is making it into a job, and no one wants to feel like it's a job. So if a player doesn't complete the first season, then they are not going to come back since they miss out on that content. YouTubers are indeed seem to be leaving. Miss Rafflewaffle said they will make content for Call of Duty, but they simply been enjoying Destiny 2 more. Tim Hansen came out with a video saying Black Ops 6 is mid. We have the Codfather, which, let's be honest here, he was the first one to hate it, and it also seems like he's been right so far, but it also seems like he has a lot of hate for the game even before it was released. I personally actually went back to Black Ops 3 because of the Tomb map. Like, I'm playing the Tomb map, and there's just a simply better modded map in Black Ops 3, which is crazy. So I actually want to take a moment here and actually talk to you guys about the Tomb map, because I think we should actually really talk about that. I'm going to actually ask the community to see what they think about the Tomb map. And I'm also going to ask you right now if you guys are even looking forward to the new zombies map that's coming out for Black Ops 6. Like, are you guys even looking forward to it? Like, is it bad? Is it good? It's kind of like those things right now. So let's actually get into it, talking about the Tomb map. I did a poll where majority of people said it's okay, but some saying it's bad and or the worst map in Black Ops 6. Now it's time for me, the most attractive gamer, to break it all down. So let's discuss this hot topic. So during my live stream, I was talking to my friend about this. If it was made in Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies, then this map would be on my top 10 list. But since it was made by a studio with thousands of people, I can understand why people are like, is that it? I do like how simple the main questline is. I like how the Mimic is back personally. I don't really care about the lore about it. I'm just glad to find another dude to kill that isn't the Mangler. The main questline, like I said, is simple and it's very easy to understand. I don't know why you need to shoot the chandelier between 10 seconds. It just seems like a Treyarch thing to do. Like they just pull that out of their... There is no intro cutscene, and the outro cutscene is AI. The boss fight is an object. It does feel rushed because, well, it is. We never got a map in January. This is how you know Call of Duty is going down. And it's actually sad in a way, because they're trying to recuperate the lost player count. I thought we might see another piece of the story, but let me be honest here. Black Ops 6 zombie storyline is flipping terrible. Like, I'm not connected with anyone. The Terminus cutscene, it was going to go down a good path, but now, complete silence of our characters because of the whole AI situation. Just wow. Like I said a million times, AI can be good, but this is the perfect example of it not being good because it affects the storyline. Going high rounds on the map is fun. I made a video about it, but to really summarize it, it's just for you to get the ice staff and sit in a corner. The upgraded ice staff, by the way. And you sit in a corner and you just kill hordes and hordes of zombies because you pretty much have your get out of jail free card. You have your round 99 type of opportunity we have going on here with ice staff. And boom, you made it there. I just saved you a few minutes of my video because that's kind of what boils down to it. Also, the new perk sucks balls. Even with doing the golden armor step with all the red mist, and you think, wow, that depth perception perk would be good here. And it isn't. It makes me wonder why not just add meal kickback? Because that's more useful. I don't understand who at Treyarch thought that should be the perk to bring back from BO4. That is the worst perk idea. I mean, Mule Kick is more understandable, Double Tap is more understandable, a Bloody Wolf would be cool to bring back, the Bandit perk where you can carry more ammo would be cool, the Wonder Fizz would be cool to bring back, a random perk since we have to have a bunch of perks in this game now, making it so random. But no, we got the Perception perk. It's freaking stupid. But like I said, there are some nice things about this map. It's simple, a circle map with something cool in the middle. I actually do like the map. I don't think it's a 3 out of 10 map though, that's for sure. But not a 10 out of 10 either. I honestly think it's a straight mid map, like a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. Like straight mid, folks. But that leads to the whole other thing to talk about. Is Season 2 good? That's right, folks. Season 2 Call of Duty as a whole is kind of mid. I would admit no game does seasons better than Fortnite. Almost every season has a theme in that game. But Season 2 in Call of Duty has no theme. We have a samurai character, and then we have a PPSH in there. We're just tossing it in there and charge the community $30. Like, holy crap, that is the most expensive battle pass. All free games charging $10, and some you get to keep the battle pass, like Marvel Rivals, who is currently kicking Call of Duty's butt right now. But Call of Duty doesn't care and would charge $30 to an already $70 game. There is no theme in Call of Duty. Multiplayer maps are just okay. Zombies is just okay. Everything is okay. Everything just seems okay. But folks, I still have faith in Call of Duty. So let's take a moment and try to remain positive. Let's just try to enjoy what we got. Zombies, for example, probably will have more than 5 maps. And maybe one of them might be another Citadel map. Who knows? Something so cool for us to sink our teeth into. Let's look at the future of Call of Duty, possibly maybe even the next Call of Duty. Call of Duty, a franchise with a legacy as vast as the maps we battled on. But let's be real, the community hasn't exactly been buzzing with joy lately. Cheaters still roam free, despite anti-cheat promises, and some might say AI is doing more harm than good. It's easy to dwell on the negatives though, folks. But today, let's talk about hope. Let's talk about the good things coming to Call of Duty's future. Let's start with zombies. Rumors are swirling about a new game mode called Classic Mode. If true, this could bring the gap between the OG zombies experience and the modern evolution we've seen in recent years. Old school survival or the new wave of objectives and upgrades and all that fancy jazzy stuff. This could be a game changer for the community. And speaking of zombies, can we talk about the perfect time to drop a bombshell? Yes, it's time for Zombie Chronicles 2. Picture it. The return of Transit, Die Rise, and yes, Mob the Dead. Nostalgia meets modern polish. It's a recipe for something incredible and a much needed win for fans of the mode. Now, let's talk about multiplayer though, folks. The heart of Call of Duty. I think it's time we see more returning modes or fresh, innovative gameplay options. Remember the war mode from World War II, baby? The epic objectives, the intensity. It was like nothing else. Bring it back, please. I actually really enjoyed it. I really did. I liked it. But how about the heist mode from Black Ops 4? It was like a Counter-Strike Go type of thing, but the strategy, the tension, it was so unique and it deserves another shot. There's so much potential here for multiplayer to shine again with the right mix of old favorites and bold new ideas. This could be the revival we've all been waiting for. And then there's the campaign. What if we could experience it in multiplayer? Teaming up with friends to tackle missions together would add an entirely new layer to storytelling. And let's not forget villains. You can't talk about a great campaign without a memorable antagonist. Bring back Menendez, or if that's not in the cards, give us a villain who isn't just evil for the sake of it. Give us someone with depth, someone whose motives makes us pause and think. And can we bring back multiple choice endings too? Those twists, those alternative paths, they made the campaign so much more personal. Here's the thing, folks. Maybe, just maybe, the struggles of today are the wake-up call of Call of Duty needs. A chance for the developers to look at what's gone wrong and turn things around. There's so much potential, so many ways to make this franchise not just good, but great again. So let's hold on to hope. Let's believe in a future where Call of Duty embraces its roots while pushing forward into uncharted territory. Because when Call of Duty gets it right, there's nothing else like it.